how would you manage a team member who's underperforming? This is a very short way of presenting this question in front of you. You can definitely create so many questions out of it, because whenever there is a team, wherever there is a group, one person is doing a lot of work compared to other people, and there's always one person who's doing the least amount of work compared to other people. It is not universally possible that each team with every individual member in the team are going to perform really well, all at their best. And this could be a dream team for everyone. It is not real, it is dream team. So in real life, there would be one person overperforming and one person underperforming, while other two people will stay in the middle. This is a good picture to understand how most of the teams work. I know it's funny, but this is so true. I want you to remember that you are always this person. And remember, you can never be this person when it comes to an interview. So how do you fix it? In every team, there is a project, there is a work that needs to be done. One person has to understand what is the project, how it needs to be done, and needs to be in control of the project, needs to be in control of the outcome for what the group was working towards. Who would that person be? That star is you right there. So you have to talk about how organized you are, how prepared you are before every meeting, how well you create a schedule, you create an agenda for every meeting, you create a timeline for the team when they have to complete that certain task. You try to make everyone accountable for the work they are doing. But if still some person is not doing the work, now comes the real question. So all the information that I just said can be summarized within 1 or 2 sentences. But now comes the real thing. If there's still one person is underperforming, what are you going to do? Are you going to jump to a conclusion and go report to your professor or your boss? No, that shows lack of empathy. That shows that you are not understanding position of the other person. As you remember, in the CDS structure interview, we always talk about these few qualities every time. You cannot be judgmental. You cannot jump on conclusion without assessing another person's situation. So the first step is going to be go speak with the person. Ask them if they are having any struggle with the task that is assigned to them. Ask them if they are feeling okay, if they feel in place, if this is what they actually want to do in the group. Why would they not feel motivated being in the group or working in the group? If they accept and they talk about it, here you go, half the problem is solved. If they deny it, then you bring them to accountability. You always communicate via email in a very professional way so that there is a due date, there is a timeline, and they are accountable to that particular timeline. Make sure that there is a supervisor or any person involved. And worst case scenario, if the person is still not accountable, you might send them an email, ask them that if you are not doing this work, I end up doing extra work just because of you. I enjoy doing the work, but right now I have other priorities too. So I want you to be accountable and work towards a certain task that is assigned to you. If that person works on it, that's great. If they still do not work on it, then you would have to communicate with your supervisor in a very respectful, humble, and professional way. This is how we deal problems when it comes to a small group, because right now it's a group working towards a common problem, but later on that person might become your best friend or a colleague or a superior. So we always remain respectful throughout this process. We do not be judgmental. We have to become patient, supportive, and have an open communication with the person who's underperforming. So once again, when you are trying to answer this kind of question, make sure you use the STAR method for an example. Even if the question is not asking for it, it is always good to have one example ready just in case they ask, or to make your story or your point of view more solid, something that you have actually done, not just speaking about, you have done it. So it's always good to bring an example, and using the STAR method, you will talk about the situation, talk about the task that you were supposed to do, highlight the actions that you took while completing that task and solving the problem, and finally, what were the results and how awesome the results were. I keep emphasis on how awesome the results were because that's what makes you the hero. So this was a quick preview of 1 out of 50 plus amazing questions in my Udemy interview prep course. The link is below in the description, and also you can book a mock interview session with me where I'll be happy to give you one-on-one feedback on each interview answer that you prepared. This is going to be a very important interview of your lifetime, especially for internationally trained dentists, foreign trained dentists who are getting interviewed in schools of North America for the DDS or DMD program. This is the perfect opportunity for you to join my course, go through all the questions, and after that, book a mock interview session with me. I'll keep posting new questions every Wednesday, so stay tuned with Teach Your Dentist. Bye.